With the current war in Gaza proving the most deadly of many flashpoints between Israel and Hamas, historical data shows it's Palestinians who are paying the highest price. More than a month into the war between Israel and Hamas, the scale of death and destruction from the conflict is already unprecedented on many fronts. Following Hamas militants' deadly attacks in Israel on October 7, Israel has struck back, killing more than 11,000 people, according to the Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry. The figure has surpassed the total number of Palestinian deaths in the last 15 years resulting from conflicts with Israel, according to data compiled by the United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, or OCHA. Israel also suffered tremendous losses, with October 7 described as the deadliest day for Jews since the Holocaust. Approximately 1,200 people, mostly civilians, were killed in a single day. That's nearly 4 times the total number of Israelis killed from such conflicts since 2008, according to data from OCHA. Israel estimates that about 240 hostages seized that day remain unaccounted for. There have been 5 major military conflicts between Israel and Hamas since the Jewish state unilaterally withdrew from the Gaza Strip in 2005. In every major hostility, 2008, 2012, 2014, 2021 and now, in 2023, deaths in the Palestinian territories, Gaza and the West Bank, have outnumbered those in Israel by a large margin, the UN data shows. Typically speaking, year on and year on, the number of Palestinian civilians killed by Israeli forces exceeds Israeli civilians killed by Palestinians, several times over. Hellyer, a specialist in international security studies at the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace, told CNBC. The data collated by CNBC shows that more than 18,600 Palestinians in Gaza and the occupied West Bank have been killed in conflicts with Israel since 2008. That compares with at least 1,500 killed in Israel over the same period. Since 2008, at least 183,500 Palestinians have been wounded due to the conflicts, while approximately 11,700 in Israel have been injured, according to the UN data. As is often the case with war, it's impossible to get accurate casualty numbers. As it stands, more than 2,000 people are reportedly missing in Gaza, while Israel is still struggling to identify victims weeks after the massacre, as well as trying to rescue the hostages. To get a more accurate picture, CNBC used data from the United Nations, corroborating it with numbers from the Israel Defense Forces and the Hamas-run Palestinian Health Ministry. The tolls could include deaths that may not have necessarily been perpetrated by the other side. Explaining why the number of casualties is disproportionate, Hellyer said, Israel has in its possession some of the most advanced military tools in the world, which it has aimed at predominantly civilian areas in Palestinian territories.